Wow, I never knew there was a ban for ketchup. I can guarantee there's a kid somewhere that's sneaking little sachets inside or something. Top 10 legal things you can do in America that are banned in other countries. Very interested to check this out. What is banned in America that you can't do in other countries? And are they things that we can do in the UK? Maybe they're banned everywhere else other than the UK and the US. But yeah, looking forward to checking this out. Just before we do that, I'd really appreciate if you could hit the subscribe button. It massively helps out the channel. We're growing. We're going to just jump straight in and press play.
What's it ban?
It's like a reward.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 legal things you can do in America that are banned in other countries.
So we're going to sell that, but we're also going to sell incandescent bulbs, and people are so happy about it. It's really been pretty amazing.
For this list, we'll be looking at things that are lawful in the United States, but illegal elsewhere. Do you think any of these should be illegal in the US? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, weird baby names. In the land of the free, Americans are welcome to name their kids just about anything they want.
Well, we've narrowed it down to a few. We like Kimberly.
Oh, boy.
Consequently, you've likely seen news articles.
Wait, I'm confused. Kimberly is a bad name? Why is Kimberly a bad name? Anyone watching this video that's called Kimberly is going to think, well, no, it's not a bad name. I could understand if they're crazy, absolutely crazy names. I don't think in the UK there's any law about what you want to name your baby or anything like that. I've not heard of that anyway, but I may be wrong.
About people giving their newborn children highly unconventional names.
You named your kid Han Solo?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Han Solo Burger.
In contrast, some other countries have strict laws. For example, you reportedly can't name your kid Batman in Australia, or panties, or lol, spinach, or circumcision.
Oh, all the good ones.
Denmark is even more restrictive. Their law on personal names requires residents to choose from a pre-approved list that includes 18,000 names for boys and 22,000 names for girls.
You want a beautiful name?
What? Really? You've got to pick from a list? Wow. That's just crazy. That is crazy.
Soda.
You can get an exemption, but it requires authorization from a church and is subject to government review.
Wow.
Pull your mask down. You're supposed to be watching the damn door, right?
I say about using my government name, Michael.
Number 9. Too much ketchup in school cafeterias. A staple of virtually every American food establishment, ketchup is the condiment of choice for many people. However, in 2011, it was reported that ketchup had been banned from school cafeterias, except with French fries.
Where's the ketchup at?
However, children could only enjoy French fries once a week.
Once a week?
Wow, I never knew there was a ban for ketchup. But if there is a ban, I can guarantee there's a kid somewhere that's sneaking little sachets inside or something. What about everything else? It's not just French fries that go with ketchup. There's so much that goes with ketchup. I am so surprised about that. In France as well. Wow, I'm shocked.
The government issued the decree to ensure a healthier diet in schools and also to preserve Gallic cuisine. We wonder if any French kids rebelled by smuggling packets or having whole bottles of ketchup into school. Daring indeed.
Okay, it's risky. You need an intro. You need someone to vouch.
Number 8, turning right on red.
Right.
Across the United States, it's perfectly acceptable to turn right on a red light at an intersection, unless you're in New York City, where it's only allowed at certain intersections.
Hey, Einstein, it's a red light.
Honestly, I am very confused about this because in the UK, you can't go through a red light. Full stop, you cannot go through a red light. In fact, in certain parts, there's cameras, and if you go across that line, you're going to get a ticket. I can think of 3, maybe 4 that are local to me, and they've got cameras above the traffic lights. If you go across the line, even if there was an ambulance behind you or a police car behind you and you went forward, if you go forward and the camera catches you, immediate fine. So for me, the fear of going past that line is like, I'm going to get in trouble. Maybe if I was to drive in America, I would get used to it and I'd understand it. But I do hope to drive in America one day and hopefully I'll find out about it and maybe see what it's like from personal experience.
Hey, I'm walking here.
In Canada, it's banned on the island of Montreal. However, many countries have banned it nationwide. For example, a right turn on red is generally not allowed in Europe. The equivalent in Australia and New Zealand, a left turn on red, is also banned, except where signs or green arrows indicate otherwise.
Go back and turn right.
We do not turn right.
I know, Paris.
So do I.
In fact, it's easier to find countries where turning on red is illegal or permitted only with special signage than where it's normal, as in the US. Number 7, baby walkers. Baby walkers allow infants to walk before they've developed the ability to do so unassisted. However, some studies have found that the devices actually delay development, and they also cause quite a few injuries. In the US, they're responsible for a few thousand emergency room visits a year.
Kids can't see what's in front of them, and oftentimes can result in a pretty severe injury.
Due to safety concerns,
if you're in a baby walker, would you not as a parent be watching your child maybe? I've got photos of me in the baby walker. So personally, I feel like they're okay. I don't fully understand that one.
The sale of baby walkers has been banned in Canada since 2004.
Wow.
It's also illegal to own one. People who own baby walkers can be fined up to 100,000 Canadian dollars or jailed for 6 months.
No way.
Guess who just freed his dad from Canadian prison?
Number 6, Valentine's Day. It's a day for people to celebrate their love for one another. Sales of roses and chocolates skyrocket, and couples everywhere take a day to revere each other.
What do you say we have ourselves?
Wait, so Valentine's Day is banned in certain places? That seems a little bit crazy.
Perfect day.
Oh, mama.
That is, unless you live in one of the few countries that have banned St. Valentine's Day.
Why no Valentine?
In Pakistan, the Islamabad High Court has banned public celebrations of the holiday. There have also been crackdowns in Saudi Arabia,
know about this.
although it's gaining more acceptance.
We have 2 holidays only, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. As Muslims, we only celebrate these 2 holidays.
Some cities in Indonesia have banned celebrations too. The biggest reason has been the idea that it conflicts with Islamic culture and that it represents a Western tradition.
Okay.
Number 5, adultery. Adultery is actually still a crime in 17 U.S. states. However, these laws are rarely enforced. Other states have abolished such laws altogether. You can still face serious penalties in other countries, though, especially as a woman. In the Philippines, only a wife can be charged with adultery, although a husband can face charges of concubinage. In Pakistan, adultery can be punished with death. It's actually difficult for women to report assault and not face...
Wait, with death? Wow, that seems a bit deep. That seems a bit deep.
...adultery charges. You can also face execution for adultery in Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Sudan. In other places, such as Uganda and Rwanda, you may face a prison sentence and a fine. Number 4, incandescent light bulbs. When Thomas Edison demonstrated his...
Wait, what's... Incandescent light bulbs? I have no clue what an incandescent light bulb is. I can't even pronounce it properly. The only thing I can think is it's an earlier bulb. I mean, everything's like LED or going towards LED now. That's the only thing I can think.
His light bulb design in 1879, he may have known that he was onto something revolutionary.
Okay, yeah.
However, the bulb came with key flaws, specifically inefficiency and a short lifespan. With the emergence of CFL and LED lights, many countries have phased out the older bulbs in favor of less power-hungry alternatives.
Right.
They include Canada, Australia, Russia, Brazil, and the entire European Union.
So wait, earlier light bulbs in the UK were halogen. Is halogen the same thing as incandescent? Or is that... I have no clue when it comes to bulbs. We have halogen in the UK, which is the older thing, so now we have LED, but I don't know what incandescent is. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you know.
Initial investment in a bulb is a lot higher in a CFL bulb or an LED bulb, but you will recover that cost through the duration of the bulb, also in the energy savings.
The European Commission calculates that the ban contributes billions to the economy and significantly reduces CO2 emissions. The U.S. had plans to follow suit, but was left behind when politics got in the way.
The bulb that we're being forced to use, number 1 to me, most importantly, the light's no good. I always look orange.
Number 3, bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters.
Okay, showtime.
Oh, okay.
When someone is charged with a crime and gets out on bail, it's essentially a contract binding the individual to return to court at a later date.
You mind if I search your house?
Can I ask you what?
Yeah, I've got a warrant.
I find this wild.
In the United States, a defendant can hire a bail bondsman to put up the money for bail.
Mad.
Should the defendant run, the bondsman can employ a bounty hunter to track them down.
The state places a bounty on a man.
Wait, so to be a bounty hunter, do you need a license? There must be certain things you need to do that. Or couldn't just anyone be a bounty hunter? Could you just wake up tomorrow and say, do you know what? Next week, I want to be a bounty hunter. I'm going to go through the procedures of doing it. Chasing after so many people. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like a very risky job.
the bondsman can employ a bounty hunter to track them down.
The state places a bounty on a man's head. I track that man, I find that man, I kill that man. After I've killed him, I transport that man's corpse back to the authorities.
Bounty hunters aren't subject to the same legal restrictions as official law enforcement, giving them advantages otherwise unavailable. Although they were common worldwide for many years, they're now considered illegal virtually everywhere but the U.S.
No way.
All of them so far.
How many has he got?
4.
It's also a major reason why American bounty hunters have no jurisdiction outside their own country.
Okay.
Number 2, BHA and BHT preservatives.
I'm Clark W. Griswold. I'm in food additives and condiments, not preservatives.
Not preservative!
Butylated hydroxyanisole and butylated hydroxytoluene are 2
Wait, do they make the food taste good?
preservatives that you may have likely never heard of nor can easily pronounce. Both of these are used as a means to prevent oxidation, which can cause food to spoil.
Right.
Unfortunately, however, research has found that both can contribute to cancer in rats. In addition, a U.S. government report indicated that BHA is likely to cause cancer in human beings. As a result of the dangers, many countries have banned these chemicals from use. The United States Food and Drug Administration, however, has deemed them generally recognized as safe.
Right.
Which is why they are found in most packaged foods within the U.S.
And the exciting part is that they have no ingredients.
So are they safe? I never heard about either of them. Do they cause cancer? Is that true? I'm curious if we've got them in the UK, or if they're banned in the UK as well.
That a human can pronounce. So it doesn't leave you with that heavy food feeling in your stomach.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Plastic bags.
Oh, okay.
The 21st century has seen a rise in movements towards a more eco-friendly culture.
Right, so in the UK, we have to pay for bags. And we never used to, like years back, we didn't. But now when we go to a supermarket, we pay a fee for each bag. If you go into a supermarket and you do a big shop, you could be spending a little bit on bags. So it's basically advised you take back bags that you already have. So many times I'll go and I'll forget a bag. Or if you're going to a supermarket and you wasn't planning to go, it's annoying because you haven't got a bag, and sometimes I'll just try and carry it. But that is a big thing in the UK that you have to pay for bags.
Mr. McKay says that history is past, but saving the Earth is our present to the future.
One target of these has been the single-use plastic bag. Seen in virtually every supermarket and convenience store, the world
right, so you pay in America as well.
Reduce the use of these bags.
These policies were very successful in reducing the number of grocery bags used. However, sales of garbage bags skyrocket.
Many countries have outright banned them, while others have imposed taxes or surcharges on the use of the bags in an effort to encourage the use of reuse.
A weird thing that happened to me one time, I went to a McDonald's, and it wasn't in this country, but I ordered a meal in McDonald's, and they put the food just on the counter. And when I said to them, do I not get a bag? They said I have to pay, but their bags are paper. And I was very confused about that. They wanted me to pay for a paper bag. And I thought the whole idea was it was plastic bags. But yeah, I went into this McDonald's. I just got a basic meal. It was like a burger, chips and a drink. And they put the burger and the chips just on the counter. It's the only McDonald's I've ever been to like that. But I'm sure they were very confused.
Ones. However, the United States has seen very little momentum here.
Saving the Earth while maintaining profitability.
A few states and cities have joined in, but by and large, the U.S. remains a safe haven for the throwaway sacks.
Bobby, I will have you know that I consider myself to be one of the great environmentalists of my time. I have a plastic grocery bag filled with plastic grocery bags that I will bring back to the grocery store.
Interesting video. I think we're the same on the bags. Bounty hunters, I absolutely find that wild. I find it wild that you have bounty hunters in America. It would seem so strange in the UK if we had bounty hunters. But thank you so much for checking out the video. I really enjoyed checking out that video. That was quite cool. But if you enjoyed it as well, please do hit the subscribe button. We've got so many more reactions that we're going to be doing. But for now, I'm going to catch you on the next reaction.